We are back. Welcome. Somebody froze out my live. Well, it's been a couple minutes. It's been a quick minute since they decided to do the stupid shit like this. I'm doing like a personal reading, and like I'm not even talking about my ex. I'm not even talking about anybody, and the thing is, I'm not even naming names. If I was out naming names, that'd be a totally different story. It boggles my mind. But anyway, I'm not out here trying to name names. I don't want to name names. People know who they are. Just waiting for Jim to get back, and then I'll start the reading again. Is that what it is, Sarah? Part 2, it's just now live. I'm just now 2 minutes ago. So I'll wait till Jim jumps in the chat here. I want to say thank you to everyone for all your support tonight. Sharing your prosperity with me. I don't mind working for it. Thank you so much. I'm grateful to be here, to be able to provide these messages and clarity for you. And I thank you for the reciprocity. That goes for my whole tribe. And again, 100-fold blessings to those that are sharing your prosperity with me this evening. Very much appreciated. Jim, are you back in the chat? There he is. All right. So, can you remember where I left off? At the Hierophant and the moon in your heart space. That's where I left off. Okay? Do you remember what I was saying prior to that? You could have been dealing with a Queen of Pentacles in reverse that you're having to cut off. Okay? It's either that or you're cutting out the fray. You're cutting the chaff from the wheat. You're ending out these cycles, and somebody's calling you selfish because of it. Okay? It could either way. It could be either way, right? So flip it to where it needs to go. So in your heart space, there's definitely some sort of emotions here. There's illusions that you're dealing with. You could very well be dealing with, there could be secrets. There could be stuff happening in behind the scenes. There could be stuff happening in the dark. The divine will guide you through this. You need to commit and to surrender to the divine light that is within you. Okay? You need to commit to the divine. Okay? Because ultimately, the divine is going to help you through your emotional baggage and the shit that you've been carrying all these years. Okay? And this represents to me a really good fucking cry. Without the alcohol, without the substance, without anything trying to numb it. Okay? This could actually represent you cutting back on substance. If you may be numbing the pain with alcohol or something like that, that could very well be the situation that you need to lean on the divine. Lean on your higher power and make a commitment to that. If you don't really have a higher power, recognize that the divine gives you life. Without the divine, you would not have life. You would not have a heartbeat. It starts there. And I'm being brought back to quite possibly, if you have a bathtub, maybe it's time to have a spiritual bath. Put in some Epsom salts. Light a pink candle for self-love. Put some incense on. And make bubbles. And just have yourself a Calgon take me away bubble bath. And nurture yourself. Okay? Make it all special and shit. February 14th's coming up, and you can have a little date with yourself. You can have a little smorgasbord on the side to where you can have a little bit of a charcuterie board or whatever off the side. Hell, if you want a glass of wine, have a glass of wine. But nurture yourself, okay? And tap in with the divine. Tap in with your higher power, all right? Welcome in, Jay. So what you're walking away from, you need to be patient with yourself, because where you feel that you're not getting the upper hand, you will. Your ships are coming in. You're going from a 9 of Wands in the reverse to a 3 of Wands right side up. And this is about new opportunities. This is about new possibilities. This is about something good coming in. I feel that what's happening is somebody wants you to feel like you're not getting the upper hand, but ultimately you need to be patient with yourself through this transition, okay? Because ultimately this is going to bring you to your new season. It's going to bring you to your new transition and your new, your new timeline. What you're walking into, by focusing yourself, by cutting out the distractions, okay? By not allowing everything around you and all the bullshit and the distractions to overwhelm you, you're focusing on your own. You're focusing on your stability. You're focusing on your independence. You're focusing on yourself. And with that, there's definitely going to be purpose come into that. All right? There's definitely some sort of purpose. There's definitely some sort of journey. There could be traveling involved. You could be going on a trip. You could be getting a new car. There could be a lot of different things, but there's definitely a sense of direction that you're going to be finding once you focus on you without these distractions, okay? Now, the thing is that within the next 6 months could be a possibility where Spirit's going to go silent on you, okay? You're going to be like, okay, well, Aiden said to tap into the divine. I'm tapping into the divine, but I'm not getting anything. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not sensing anything. I don't hear anything. I'm not seeing anything. It's just nothing. The big nothing. And what I'm being brought back to is that the teacher is usually silent during the test. And this is ultimately about you showing up for yourself. Okay? It's either that or you're disconnected. But the thing is that you've got a whole bunch of new opportunities coming in. So if this particular job offer doesn't cut it, If this interview doesn't cut it, there's going to be other job offers coming in. So continue to apply, continue to stay focused, continue to focus on yourself, and stay patient. Okay? Continue moving forward consistently, because things are going to speed up. And this is within 3 to 6 months. Okay? But for you, this could be 3 to 6 weeks, considering. 3 to 6 days even. All right? The reason why I'm saying this is because 17th is coming quickly. And we have 17 people watching in the chat. Right? So there's really something here about you stepping into this. All right? And just be in the faith. All right? Welcome in, Rink. So, through this displacement, Jim, through this faulty foundation, faulty legacy that you poured so much into, this is a cutting your losses. This is cutting the dead weight. This is letting go of whatever you were investing in that didn't show up with you, that didn't show up with anything. You spin wheels, you pouring into people that didn't reciprocate, you giving to others that didn't give back. All of this energy. Okay. Please know that there's certain things that are happening right now. You don't have all the information, but again, as long as you connect to the divine and you do the healing and you empower yourself through this, there's a reason for it. The divine is trying to teach you something. And I really feel this is self-worth. This is something to do with your self-worth. This is something to how you show up in the world and who you show up as. Okay? And I feel the divine is going to guide you through the uncertainty of all of this. There's a reason for it. Almost bringing you to almost a freedom. Okay? You're cutting out the dead weight. Now, what I'm saying here with the Death card and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, there could be a loss of a house. There could be a loss of a job. There could be a whatever. This is ultimately a blessing in disguise. Okay? It might not look all that great. It might not seem all that great. It might not feel all that great. This is being influenced into your experience to really allow you to show up for yourself. Okay? And that's very significant. You're cutting out all these old cycles. You're ending what no longer serves you. And a part of you, I feel, is dying. A part of you is... It's not meaning death per se, but this is to mean that anything that wasn't serving you is literally falling away. Okay? You're losing your dead skin. Okay? That's probably why the spiritual bath is coming in. Because when you go for a bath and you exfoliate, you lose all that dead skin. And that's your skin all comes out nice and soft and, you know, luscious stuff, right? So there's definitely something here about that, all right? Now, your hope and fears, this is about you having an awakening. You're done sacrificing what you have for other people's comfort, okay? You are opening up the fact that you're seeing things with new eyes. You're seeing things from a higher perspective. You're seeing things with the possibilities rather than everything falling apart. You're not going to look at everything falling apart as everything coming to an end. It's going to almost free, like it's going to free you. Okay? It very well could piss you off, but it's ultimately going to set you free. All right? Now, the whole thing is that this new whole idea of you seeing from a new perspective, from a broader, wider perspective, is going to cause conflict. Okay? Because people aren't going to like the decisions that you make. People aren't going to like the fact that you're seeing things with new eyes. People aren't going to like the fact that you're going through this rebirth. It's going to be more uncomfortable for them. Okay, it very well could be uncomfortable for you. However, with this being said, I feel that there's going to be a conflict within yourself or with other people regarding this awakening that you're having. Okay? And that's okay, because you're gonna have the divine guiding you through it. The divine is ultimately to show you something, they're trying to teach you something, and when it goes quiet, it's the divine wants you to ultimately show up for you. Okay? And continue to move forward. Okay? When the divine goes quiet, you're being tested. All right? So, the outcome here with the Queen of Pentacles, of you nurturing your stability, you nurturing what you're good at, you nurturing your inner power, this is what's going to bring you out of this tower. So you need to stay in, you need to stay consistent, you need to continue moving forward despite everything happening around you. This is not your chaos to carry. And you have to recognize what chaos is yours and what chaos is not. And this is where you need to kind of pay attention to your own experience and continue moving forward with this journey. Okay? Focus on yourself. All right? But ultimately, with this energy here, you're definitely going through a transition. You're going to come out of this transition not even looking the same, feeling the same, in the same direction. It's not even going to be a thing. Okay, you're going to be moving in a totally different direction. You're going to be looking at life differently with a broader perspective. You're going to be nurturing yourself differently. You're not going to be a pushover. You're not going to be a pretzel. You're not going to be somebody else's. You're going to be standing in your own power, which is very significant. This is like a huge game changer for you, Jim. And I'm here for it. Okay? So stay true to yourself. Things are happening. Yes, it's going to piss you off, but ultimately set you free. Okay? Where you feel that you're failing, it's because it's making room for new possibilities. Where you feel you're losing out, it's again making room for new possibilities. All right? So understand that and take it in stride and go with the flow, because the more you go with the flow and the more you step into your own alignment with your higher power, things are going to work out better than expected on the other side. You're going to come out through that storm, you're going to weather it, you're going to come out on the other side, and you're going to be a totally different person. And that's the point. Okay, this is for you to stay the same. This is for you to change shit up and no longer you've been accepting and enduring. Because it really hasn't, up to this point, it really hasn't supported you. It really hasn't helped you. It's allowed you to lose. But this loss is a blessing in disguise. Okay? Jim, hope that message helped you out, and I hope it brought you clarity. The next 6 months to a year is going to be a roller coaster ride, but it's going to be a good one. It's going to be worth it. All right? You got a lot of new opportunities to focus on, and it's coming in hot. Within the next 6 months, 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, you're going to feel it. And you know you deserve better than what you've been receiving. So definitely coming in for you. All right, Jim? Guard your heart at this time. Clarity is coming. Okay? Just be honest with yourself with what you want to do and where you want to go. And stand for truth. Stand for justice. For what you've been through. All right? You going to India next month, Royal? That's cool. Hey, Jim, you're making it rain tonight. Hey, Leslie. Welcome in, Nanina. Thank you, Jim. All right, so it concludes the list, everybody. I'm live now. Where am I streaming through? YouTube. I'm live now. Start a live event. Yes, it is very wintry. Very, very wintry. Okay, we'll check Jimmo off. All right, so is there any members in the chat right now that would like a message? Welcome in, Leslie, all the way from Australia. Welcome, Mama. Are you tapping out, Helmet? Or are you just jumping in? Welcome in, Smile. So is there anybody here in the members side that wants a message? It's 12:44, 12:45 my time. I got a live stream, a Hipsy live stream, so if you want to, I do believe there's still a discount over there. Hey, do you get a discount when you put in for the reading? I'm not sure. It could very well be a discount on your first reading. I don't know. There should be a 15%. It very well could have been the pre-order. Oh, okay. Welcome in, John. Been a quick minute. All right, so situation is I show 25 people on one screen, and then I show 15 on another. So I'm not even sure what's going on. I'm waiting for everything to show up, and that way we can move forward. You see 16 with 9 likes. Okay. Helmet, is there any chance you want a message? Renee, do you want a message? Maureen, did you want a message? Is Cody in the house tonight? Does he want a message? Sarah, do you want a message? Some type of dragon cards, please. Well, my dragon oracle, that's the only one I got with me right now, dude. But I will help you out with that. I'll give you a little reading with that. I think you already did, so you don't have to donate. You don't have, if you want to donate next week, you can. I'm not going to twist your arm, but I think you've donated. You donated quite a bit there, I think, last week. So it's all good either way. I very much appreciate it either way. All right, Renee, thank you for that clarification. Spirit, what's going on with Helmet? Is there anything that they need to focus on at this time to get them in the right alignment? They're dragons of the north, south, east, and west, and higher. We got independence, carving your own path on the bottom of the deck. We have resilience, finding your limits. So you could be having, maybe testing your limits right now, and you're finding your independence. Yeah, somebody's... It's like you're losing hope. The healing card came in upside down. So could you be... Somebody's trying to a healing process, or you're not healing? You're kind of... Could it be that you're sweeping it under the rug? But I really feel somebody's testing limits. Somebody doesn't want you healing. Somebody doesn't want you empowered. Understanding consequences, the choices that you've made. You could be in the process of regaining your independence after a time of roughness, resilience, finding your limits again. Dragon, is there anything else for him? So there's something here about your past, and there's certain cycles that are not coming to completion. So there's somebody here causing you problems, causing you conflict, and this is keeping you from completing these cycles and becoming renewed. Because this card came in the reverse. And it's clarifying choice, understanding consequences, and healing, hope. And the healing and restoring hope was in the reverse too. This could be helping you to recognize that by not healing and not empowering yourself, you're having to take consideration or take responsibility for these choices of not alchemizing this, which is keeping you from actually moving forward. And I understand that you've been through some shit. And you're speaking on this the other night about, you know, how I need to stand up and just continue moving forward. And sometimes you just need to sit. You know, sometimes it's not about your own responsibility. Sometimes it's about other people throwing responsibility onto you, right? Sometimes it's people out here trying to screw with, testing your limits, keeping you from healing, having you suck back down in old paradigms and old thought patterns and different stupid shit and keeping you stuck, right? It's not all on you. When you're already taking initiative, when you're already making the choice to understand your own consequences, and then you got people out here meddling and keeping you from completing these lessons and having this perpetuate in this old redundant cycle, making it seem like you're spinning your wheels when you're really not. You're actually struggling because of somebody else's bullshit, right? And then you got people out here gaslighting you and saying, no, it's your problem, when it's really not. It's them throwing rocks and hiding their hands behind the scenes. This is about you recognizing that you have the ability to be independent, but I feel that you need to make the choice to cut these motherfuckers off. You need to get them out of your energy, because they're preventing the completion of these cycles, and for you to be able to be rid. I'm sensing there's some sort of a move. You might need to move and go somewhere to find your independence, carving your own path, and not allowing these people to puppeteer you anymore. Tranquility, harmonious inaction, so you're not engaging with this bullshit anymore. Protection, finding what's important, focusing on what's important, you're finding what's important, you're focused on that. I do feel that this is going to be helping you to bring this to accumulation and complete these old cycles. I think you're starting to recognize that. And if you really sit, instead of looking the other way, you gain a better understanding as to what's happening and what is the repetitious cycle. How have you changed to rectify that vicious circle? And what is not working for you? And who do you have around you that has been spiteful, that has been in an energy where they really haven't shown up for you? It's almost like they anticipate you suffering and they like watching you suffer. And then you go to ask them for help or whatever, and they're not there for you. But they're there to judge you at the same time. These are not your people. Okay? Yeah, they don't want you having any bliss or happiness. They don't want you they don't want cherishing the day. Okay? They don't want you cherishing the moment. And this is why they have you in this perpetual feeling of consequences, of understanding your choices. Meanwhile, it's trying to understand their choices. You could very well be contemplating the future at this time. You could be having visions come through, or you might be visualizing the future of your independence. You're going to be breaking the chains and finding freedom. But you need to believe in yourself that you can rise above it. Yep. Solitude is significant here. Yep. Yeah, somebody doesn't want you feeling like you can make a difference in the world. They want you being riddled with these consequences and be in remuneration of that. And they don't want you healing. And this is how they're doing it. They're sabotaging, they're creating chaos where there isn't any. there's something, again, it keeps coming up in multiple different readings. So this is a collective moment, a collective message that if you still have child wounds that you're carrying, you need to either annihilate it, you need to alchemize it, or you need to empower yourself. And this is by reacquainting yourself with your inner child. Go back into the memories of sadness and pain and trauma that you had as as a child, and show up for them. Take some time out to show them compassion. Show the younger version of yourself compassion. Just sit with them and just say, you know what? It's all right. Yeah, see, that's your problem right there. Right? By ignoring, that's where you're wrong. I'm sorry, buddy, but that's where you're wrong. You can't ignore it. It keeps, if you have the past keep coming up to haunt you, you're not supposed to ignore it. You have to sit with it and show it compassion. As soon as you do that, and as soon as you empower that younger version of yourself, I guarantee you, the emotional break, and you'll be released from it, and you'll feel lighter for it. I'm speaking from personal experience. That's not hogwash. And it's literally what's helped me to redevelop my empowerment. It's helped me to redevelop my heart, to be able to heal my heart. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. And this is where you need to show up for yourself. And it's not easy, I'll tell you that right now. It's not easy to look at the pain and the suffering and all that shit. Because it's like, oh, well, fuck, now I'm sitting dwelling on the past. But it's not about sitting on the past. It's about observing what was the lesson back then that you could have learned to rise and show up for yourself. How can you empower yourself through it? How can you alchemize it now, turning that pain into power, creating boundaries, creating standards for yourself, so that way all of that past shit can finally be put to rest. It's about alchemizing that, turning your pain to power. And as you empower yourself, you're going to gain your strength back. You're going to gain your clarity back. And this is how you are taking responsibility for those choices for yourself. Okay? You're not looking at it like a victim anymore. You're not looking at it like a helpless little child or a helpless teenager whenever that happened. Okay? You're looking at it as a sense that, you know what, that shouldn't have fucking happened to you. But I'm showing up for you now. The fact that we went through it, we've endured, we're here now with your adult self. We made it through despite what happened to us. And that shit is never going to happen again, because I will not let it. I will put my foot down. I will put up boundaries. I will set standards for myself. I will show up for myself. Okay? But seeing it as a victim is where we tend to go wrong with that whole situation. We have to see the observance. It's almost like going to a teacher and grading the experience of what we could have done better, how we could have shown up better, and go in with your warrior boots on and stand up for yourself, show up for yourself, and say no more. And put down boundaries. Okay? And as you do that, there's going to be a frustration, there's going to be almost rage, and you need to find a way to alchemize that and release that rage in a healing, in a non-evasive way. So don't be drinking when you're doing this. Don't be smoking or drinking or anything, any type of substance when you're doing it. You need to do this sober. Okay? Because this is going to help you stand in your power. This is you calling your power back. This is you saying, you know what? It's not going to happen anymore. I'm putting my foot down. I don't want to have to carry this anymore, so I'm going to face it. I'm going to rise above it, and I'm going to be a better person because of it. Welcome in, Queen. But it's not give up, Helmet. It's really not time to give up. Your journey is only beginning, and you have so much to offer the world. Okay? And don't allow other people to make you feel worthless, that you can't find tranquility, that you can't find bliss. You're protected. You're going to be protected through this. Somebody wants you in chaos, and that's not fair to you. You deserve to have miracles in your life, and you are going to make a difference. Okay? And that's where the visions are going to come through. When you take some time out in the silence, that's where the visions are going to come in. What's your first step? I've already spoken your first step. What's your first step? Go do something that your younger self loved to do. So if that's like go to the go-karts or something that your younger self always wanted to do. Whether that'd be go go-karting, go to a ball game, go to a hockey game, go on a bike ride, go on a hiking trip, go camping. Whatever your younger self ever wanted to do that was always told, no, not gonna happen. Nope, we don't have the money for it. Nope, this isn't gonna do. Nope, you're not allowed. Da 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 da. Go and do it. Go and have some fun with your younger self. Go let your inner child play. Go have fun. Go put a smile on your heart. Okay? Nurture that inner child and say, you know what, dude? It's okay. It's all right. May have been through hell and back, but we're rising. We're gonna go have some fun. We're gonna go and enjoy ourselves for a change. And then take some time out to say, you know what, shit was really shady that happened. But just know that that's not gonna happen again. I can, you can finally you can finally let that go, because I'm not gonna allow anything to happen to you. Whether that might be abuse, whether that might be trauma, what might be just unworthiness from not being able to amount anything because everybody's got an opinion and everybody's judging you. What the situation is. Flip the script. If somebody abandoned you, show up. If somebody didn't want to say I love you, take some time out and show compassion to your younger self and say, you know what, despite what we've been through, we've turned into a pretty decent human being. And I love you. If it wasn't for your inner child, you wouldn't be here. And if it wasn't for your older self, you wouldn't have made it. So that's how powerful you are. You got to this point. This is what makes you worthy of a beautiful future, Helmet. You talked about getting right to the point. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to sit there in a grueling meditation, right? Go out and have some fun. You can go out and enjoy yourself in the process. And that's the point. Like, for instance, I always wanted to be a train conductor, right? I always wanted to be a transit driver. I always wanted to drive heavy machinery. So what am I doing? I'm applying to jobs that I'm not even qualified for. Right? I'm applying to jobs that I don't even have the credentials for, but I'm just applying for it. I'm applying for it anyway. Because there very well could be somebody out there that sees my potential from the experience that I do have, and end up giving me a chance. So why the hell not? I always wanted to be a bus driver, so I went and I started working for the school bus. I started there. So I might go back into transit. I might go work heavy machinery. Go be a train conductor. I might go... Who knows? But I'm applying to jobs that I would feel inspired to do. Just for that. Oh, I have potential. It's just I need to step into that potential. And part of that is showing up for myself and taking action. So that's what I'm doing. I've taken the time out to have that passionate little chat with my little guy. And I've alchemized a lot of the pain and the trauma that I dealt with, the abuse, the constant screaming, the constant drunken bullshit from parents. Well, more or less my mother. My dad wasn't really a drunk. I think I maybe seen him drunk once in my whole life. And he was a hoot. He was an absolute hoot when he was drunk. And the thing is, my dad didn't ever have to hit me. He always let me choose my own punishment. If I did something wrong, he made me sit down and realize what I did wrong. And he says, okay, so what do you feel is the worth of a punishment? What do you want for your punishment? And then I just pick my punishment. It's usually go stand in the corner, or I won't play this game for a week, or whatever the case may be. And I honored it. Where my mother, she was breaking spoons off my ass. You know, she was smacking me with a belt. She was screaming in my face. She was getting her crack fucking coke head of bunch of fucking exes and boyfriends or whatever trying to fuck me. It's like, you know what? Get out of my face. You're not my father. You'll never be my father. You'll never amount to even half of what my father is. So get out of my face. So that's my story, and I'll stick into it. So, is there anybody out there in the world that's watching that I'm trying to... Want a message? Okay. Spirit, is there any message for Cody? Kind of Pentacles coming out here. I sense a new job coming in. You're taking a leap of faith. Unapologetically. Moving in a new direction. It's going to be very fruitful for you. Welcome in, Norman. Yeah, there's clarity coming in. Somebody was trying to emotionally manipulate you. Yeah, it's coming in for you, dude. Welcome in, Penny. Fizzing. Okay, what's this? Don't tell anybody about this new job. Don't tell anybody. Okay? Because somebody is trying to sabotage it. They don't want you to be independent. Take your emotion out of your work. Stop bringing your emotions to work. You're very abundant, but there's no recipe when you bring emotions to work. The world. Somebody wants you to pop off. Somebody's causing chaos. Somebody doesn't want you to find independence. So all this time you thought it was you and it wasn't. You're misjudging. And they're misjudging your ability to rise above this. Welcome in, Pixie. Nurture yourself. Because you need to nurture yourself. 9 of Cups in the reverse, so someone manipulating you emotionally. You're missing this manipulation too. Somebody wants you to tie them somehow emotionally. Cut your emotions out already. Be single for the little while, because they want you investing into, but there's no reciprocity here. They want to hold you back. Yeah, you're getting back everything that was taken from you, though, with this new position. So tell no one. Nobody needs to know. Keep your boundaries up. Yep. They're trying to manipulate your abundance. And they don't want you to have any reciprocity, and they don't want you leveling up. They don't want you cutting out these olds. They don't want you yeah, no. No. Stay to yourself right now. Keep your cards close to your chest. And even if you think you can don't trust them. Whoever you have good news, write it down on a piece of paper. Start a journal. So that way you can release it and get it into the journal, but keep it hidden. Don't be telling everybody all this good news. Because they ultimately want to bring you down. Okay? Keep it to yourself. Hey, Helmet, were you talking to Scred? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, Cody, you're unsatisfied with what's been going on, and you need to make a major judgment call. You need to call judgment, and part of that is no longer allowing people to know your business. This is where balance is going to come back. People don't need to know what you're working on. People don't need to know where you're going, how you're getting, or whatever. It's none of their business. Yep, they don't want you to be successful. There's something here about you facing some sort of judgment because you walked away from them and because you're taking action to close out a cycle. They don't like this. You're moving slow. They're slowing you down, but you're still moving steady because you're cutting out these third-party idiots that aren't going anywhere, and you're not taking them with you. Oh, boo-hoo. Right? So they're trying to hold you back, and you're seeing the truth for what it is. And this is how you're alchemizing it. You're turning your pain to passion. You're very discerning now as to who you show compassion to and telling shit to, and who you're sharing your emotions with. And you're stepping into your wish fulfillment now. So continue moving towards your passion. Continue to move towards what you love, and this is going to bring you through this transition and get you to rise up. You're going to find a new stability. You're going to find a new foundation for yourself by taking this leap of faith. So make it happen. Okay? You're going to get busy. You're going to get very busy for you very soon. Good things are coming in there. Good things are coming in. Just continue nurturing the truth that you know for sure through the uncertainty. You'll get out on the other side. People trying to keep you in confusion, and it's not working anymore. Now they're grasping at straws. All right, so come to the time where I'm gonna do the free reading. This is the last call for any members that are in the chat. They would like a message. If you'd like a message, come forward now. It's a 1 through 6 on this die. So if you are just tuning in and you'd like a message, if you'd like a reading, and you are a subscriber, and you would like a message, think of a number between 1 and 6. Welcome in, Benjamin. Just warming up the die for you. If you'd like to order, Hipsy is still open. So hit up the, if you have it in you to pay for a reading and you'd like a reading, you can go over to Hipsy and order a reading. Otherwise, Benjamin's pick number 2. So if you'd like a message, if you'd like a free reading, pick a number between 1 and 6 that's not 2. Benjamin has reserved number 2. If you want to pick a 1, a 3, a 4, a 5, 6, you can put it in the chat. And this is for a free reading. For the ones that don't have the money, is there anybody else who wants a reading? We're coming to the end of the live, so I very well could do 1 or 2 readings. Alright, John, put a number in. It can't be 2. It can be 1, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Anybody else? Number 6. Okay. I'm going to put this down because the chat seems to be going a little bit quick. So Ben with number 2. John with number 6. Who else? Is there anybody else that wants a message? I don't do these free readings very often, guys and gals, so if you're chat and you want a message, there's 17 of you. Some of you are members, and you guys are going to have a members live tomorrow, so stay tuned. You guys can get a message and a reading tomorrow, too, as well. But any of you there that want a message, come forward and put a number in the chat. 2 and 6 are taken. Going once. Pixie for 3. Okay. Hey, John. What is that symbol that you're putting in before the number? Is that you putting that in, or is that the chat? What's that symbol that you put in before this? It's not you? Been a bunch of messages with that in it. That's wild. Benjamin has it on his. Do you guys see the number? Do you guys see it too? Benjamin has it. And John has it. You guys don't see it? I'll show you what I'm talking about. See John's message there? It's on John's message, and then it's on Benjamin's message. Hello, hello. Renee has it by her name. I seen it on Maureen's earlier. And Cody's got it on there. You see that thing? Right next to the 2? I'm not even sure what that even looks like. Does anybody know what that is? I don't even know where or how to even do that. Yep, it showed just beside yours too. Maybe I can take a print screen. Hang on. There we go. I got a print screen of it. I don't know what to think about it, guys and gals. Not a clue. It's been going on all night. Alright, so Ben, John, and Pixie. Is there anybody else that wants to jump in on this while I still have the die and that I haven't... That icon is a translation indicator. The symbol you circled is the auto-translate icon used in many apps. Auto-translate icon used in many apps. Really? Auto-translate? Together it means translate text, or this message can be translated. Oh, okay. We learn something new every day. Thank you, John. So I guess you took a print screen and you went and looked it up for me? And that's why it's saying that you circled it? It's telling you that the app detected another language and is offering or applying translation. Oh, okay. Thank you, John. All right. Pixie, John, and Ben. Ready? Are you still here in the chat? Ben and I know John's here, but Pixie and Ben, are you still here? Ready, Freddy? All right. All right, Spirit. Who's going to get this free reading? Ben, are you still here? We are on live. Yep. Saturday Night Live. Yeah. Saturday Night Members Live. Yeah. Members only on Saturday nights. Helmet, you're invited. Benjamin, are you still here? I'm waiting on Benjamin. Maybe Ben's out looking it up. I sense that he very well could be trying to figure it out through Google, trying to do some research. All right, I'm going to roll the die. Ready? It's number 5. None of you get one. No, I'm kidding. Let's try again. Try it again. I have a feeling the third time is going to be the charm. Ready? Take 2. That's me. I literally got the 2. Ben, where are you? I'll roll one more time. Well, we got the 2. For a second time. Alright. So we'll go for a third time's the charm. Number 4. Okay. Nobody won that one either. So Ben so far has won the reading and he's stepped out. Alright. Let's see. John or Pixie? We got 1. Come on. Spirit, 2, or no, 2. Ben's already won. So John or Pixie? Who's the other one? 6 or 3? Those are the only 2 numbers I want. 6 or 3? Which one is it going to be, Spirit? 6. All right, so Ben and Pixie, you got a reading. So that's the number 6. All right, so Pixie, you're going to get a reading here. Sorry, John. Thank you for your hard work. But I still got you a message anyway. But I must admit I am tired. So I don't think I think I might have room for one or 2 more readings and that's it. But I got you a message anyway. Huh? Was it 6? Okay, no, I guess, John, you get the reading. My bad. That's how tired I am. Yep, that's how tired I am. All right, John, you get the reading. Okay. Is Ben back yet? I don't know. I think Ben be missing out by the looks of it. All right, Spirit, what's going on with John? What is the best blessed message for John? Right off the top, Spirit, put the cards in the order of fashion for John and is the best message for what John needs to hear right now. Maybe. All right, John. Your current situation right now is the world. I really sense there's a sense of celebration coming up for you. There's definitely a closing out of a cycle. You're definitely rising above. You're definitely moving into a new cycle. You're moving to a new timeline. And the thing is that the challenge is to not get overwhelmed. We got the seven of cups here on that side. It is in the reverse. You really need to focus on you. It's all you, John. Okay? For the next little while. It's all about you, and I'll tell you why. With this cycle closing, you're putting, like, within, like, probably the 17th, okay? The end of the snake year is very significant for you. This is you moving through a new transition, a new timeline. And with you focusing on yourself, not allowing the distractions to bombard you and not overwhelm you, this is the major challenge for you because you've got a lot on your plate right now, I feel. There's a lot happening for you. Now, in your mind's eye, there's definitely some sort of confusion. There's definitely some sort of judgment. You could be misreading the synchronicities, the signs. We have the judgment here in the reverse for your mind space, your focus, mental focus. I really do see something here where you very well could be not seeing it with the right perspective. It could be confusing. However, in your heart space, I do see this being very abundantly clear that you are stable. okay? Despite everything, what everybody else is saying about you, what everybody else is wanting you to feel overwhelmed about, what everybody else is misjudging you about. You know, people could be walking around you acting funny. It's because you're radiant with this stability. You've definitely got something going on for you in your favor. I can see that overall in your all of your cards. At the bottom of the deck, there's the Seven of Swords. So this is you being strategic. This is you really focusing on what you need to focus on. Don't allow the outer chaos. You might be burning your out. I'm all of a sudden running like crazy. I'm all of a sudden like tired. So you could be burning yourself. Me tapping into your energy is very tiring. Weird. So I'm sensing you have a lot on your plate at this time. Okay. The situation here, though, is what you're walking away from. You're trying to walk away from some sort of responsibility. You're walking away from a particular situation where you're having to make a decision. And if it's not taking responsibility, it's you taking responsibility and making a decision and doing whatever decision that you've made in the past. You're just standing on it. So it could be one or the other. But I do see there's some sort of decision maybe you're walking away from. Maybe you're walking away from making a decision or having to make a particular decision. Flip it to where it's to go. It could go either way. And it's not about you not taking responsibility. I think it's more or less you just don't have no spoons for it. It's somebody wanting you to make a decision, but you don't want to make that decision. It's not your decision to make. It's either that or someone wants you to walk away from not, they want you to walk away from making a decision that they're not to particularly enjoy. This could be walking away from someone, right? And moving into a new timeline with someone else. And the reason why I say that is because you got the Ace of Cups out here in the now energy to the next 3 months. So this could be you pouring your own cup. This could be you getting a love offer. This could be you giving an offer, depending on the situation and how that works with you. It's still up. It's still up in the air, Helmet. Everything is like overpriced right now. There's very few places that are decent. It's been very hit or miss. But I'm still looking. I'm looking every day. I'm applying at jobs every day. Like 4 different jobs a day. So, one step at a time. But John, by you pouring into yourself, there's something divine coming in for you. We got the wheel. 3 to 6 months from now, you're going to be looking at life differently. Okay? There's definitely something here about something in for you. The Wheel of Fortune is working in your favor. And there's a Wands at the bottom of the deck. And there's a Queen of Wands at the top. So there could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, that doesn't want you moving towards this divine, loving offer. Somebody might be pissed off that you're walking away. That could be the situation. Okay? Either way, you're walking into divine alignment, which is beautiful. I like it. I like it a lot. Your attitude in relation to the situation is you're dealing with a lot of chaos right now. And I think this is what you're making a decision about. And it's like, not my circus, my monkeys. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting. All right. And the thing is with this is there's 3 of cups. So your influence is you're definitely going to be celebrating something in the near future. Okay. Something beautiful is coming in for you. And I don't even think you see it because you're still overwhelmed with the chaos. And I think that's what this Queen of Wands right here wants you to be. Because underneath the Queen of Wands, there's the 2 of Cups. So somebody's pissed off at your meeting. You quite possibly could be alchemizing your masculine and feminine. You could be standing on boundaries. You could be bringing your frequency. You could be being in a position where you're pouring into yourself, and they don't like that. They don't like the fact that you're empowered. They don't like the fact that you're moving into divine alignment. They don't like the fact that you're even walking away, because we've got the 6 of Swords in your hopes and fears. So you could be walking away from a particular decision that you're having to make because you don't want to, it's not your circus or your monkeys anymore. Definitely some sort of influence of celebration and meeting your tribe and meeting some people that are actually going to nurture you. Your hopes and your outcome is the King of Wands. So this is you standing on business. This could very well be you with this moving in this divine alignment. This could very well be you standing on business, taking a leadership position. You could be taking the lead of a situation. This is within the next 6 months. You're going to be a lead something, okay? Not quite the emperor specifically, but you're definitely taking the lead in a situation, okay? And I feel that this is going to bring up inspiration. It's going to be stepping in on the integrity, okay? You're very intentional, very integral with whatever you're working on, whatever you're moving forward with. And I think that Queen of Wands is pissed at the fact that you're still inspired, you're still intuitive, you're still working forward towards something, and you're walking away from whatever isn't working for you. You're walking away from this chaos. This could be a badge that's causing this chaos around you. They're not willing to commit to you, but they want you to them. And their chaos is what I'm picking on. Like, it makes no sense to pour into them, but they don't want to pour into you. Like, I'm really picking up, like, you know, this could have been a counterpart, but you're recognizing that you can do so much better than this one. Whatever the case may be, John, things are going to work out in your favor. You definitely need to be strategic at how you nurture your foundation, how you nurture your manifestation. You got to be very strategic as how you're walking away from this endeavor or this non-decision that you need to not make a decision on. It's not yours to decide. It's something that divine is working on for you. Okay? And I think this is you pouring into yourself and knowing your worth. All right, John? So that is I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it brings you enlightenment and clarity for yourself. But I do see good things coming for you, and it's going to change the way you perceive some things. Okay? It's not over. There's no fat lady available to sing. She's on hiatus. It's not over till the fat lady sings. I don't know where that comes from, but it's coming to mind. So look forward, okay? you're into something and there's clarity coming with the Seven of Pentacles of Swords. You're going to be getting some major downloads, information, and clarity is coming in. Clarity is going to be shown you. And I feel that there's a mask being ripped right off of someone. They can't hide it anymore, and I think this is the ego death. This is the narcissistic collapse that's happening across the world. And I think you're recognizing that you've been a very manipulative individual in your energy that hasn't been serving you well, right? So I feel your mask is slipping. If it hasn't been slipping, it's being ripped right off. And I think 17th is very significant. Hey, Ben, are you back yet? Welcome in, Mary. Benjamin, are you back yet? Did you fall asleep? That's it. Okay. End event. Good night, indeed. I want to say thank you to everyone that's joined me this evening. I got you, Pixie. If you in my DMs, you can come get a reading anytime. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, all you gotta do is put a message out to me. I kind of feel bad tonight about that. I was kind of really hoping that you'd get one, not gonna lie. I could give you one instead of Benjamin. I could give you a little message before bed. But I'll remember about men. I'll keep that in my mental focus. Yeah, I'll get you a message there, Pixie. Are you still here? Or did you tap out? Seven and 12, two different screens. Pixie. Welcome in, Robert. You just jumping in at the end there, my friend. I got maybe one message left. That's it. P, are you still here? That's good to hear, Robert. Yeah, I guess Pixie tapped out. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. I gotta go to sleep. So, Collective, thank you so much for joining me. I've been going more than 100 minutes. I've been going since, what, 9 p.m.? Yeah, it was 9 p.m. I think we did the first live. So, but members, come on back for the live tomorrow night. I'm probably going to post it on the post as to when that is going to be. It might be a little earlier than usual. I might do like a late afternoon, maybe mid-afternoon live. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe I'll put a post and a poll there. But I think it's going to be between 6:30, 7 o'clock, something, a couple hours earlier. Probably just after dinner my time. On that note, I love you lots. Be good to yourself if you can't be good at it. And we'll catch you in the next live stream. Alright? The next public live will probably be Monday, because I'm going to take Sunday off. And I have a couple appointments that I need to deal with, a couple errands that I have to go and do on Monday. So we'll see what happens. I may go live Sunday and I might take Monday off. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, Collective, thank you so much for joining me tonight. 100-fold blessings on the blessings that were bestowed upon me. Thank you so much. If you can't be good at it, be good to yourself so you can be good to others. And I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao for now.